You should be able to undertake and complete anything you desire.
Dude, get some BRT built, damn it.
Well, this is really, Sam Adams here because we are seeing a lot more maps. We're seeing a lot more streetcar.
Bike trails.
Bike trails.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Get Terry Parker to come.
Hello.
Thanks.
How about you?
I'm good.
You done? Thanks.
I do think
Take that home for him.
they're still going to continue with that pattern. We're still going to see more light rail, more
They're
streetcar.
working on the Milwaukee.
Yeah, they're going to build
And-
those new streetcars, aren't they? Those are approved
They're
somewhere.
working on our Milwaukee road.
And what is going to get cut by that? Obviously, something's got to give unless they raise taxes or raise revenue somehow.
Yeah.
And buses are not politically.
No, they're
Popular.
I wouldn't say
only
politically
losers
popular.
ride buses.
That's right.
Only losers drive buses. Right, Jason?
People that ride buses are not politically powerful, and it's really out of the political spotlight.
Right.
So it's an easy cut.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing.
The other thing, I mean, which I don't actually mind this at all, is I hope they give it a fairless. I don't give a hoot what they charge. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
right. The fairless
I'm one
is
of
an
the-
insulting thing.
Well, I was going to say, I'm one of the oddballs. I'll go right along with the people that say, raise the price on transit or whatever. I'll pay full cost. I'll pay
Yeah,
$6
right.
a ticket. I don't give a damn.
I would even take a
But-
pay cut. I would. I'd take 5% pay cut. Of course, no other operator would say that.
But, I mean, I'll be happy to pay it. I want them to charge for fairless square, or I guess which would be fair square. Then I don't care if it's a buck.
Yeah,
or
no,
50
the whole thing is
You know,
ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous. To be cutting services outside the city and giving free services in the
what's
city,
funny?
what the heck?
Here's the thing. So they just up the price to pay for the gas. Then they increase some service along certain lines, and now they're decreasing the service more than they increase the service, but then they just increase the price to pay for stuff.
Yeah.
It's like it's getting all confusing. But yeah, I mean,
Well, it's been a real bungled mess.
charge for the fairless, get the whole damn fare structure thing fixed,
Yeah.
so it's not such a
Yeah,
pain in
the
the neck.
zones and the...
And make it so that bus operators can actually, not have to sit there and go, oh,
You can actually enforce it.
damn it, there's 50 different things. You
I
have
can't.
this ticket
Well,
and
that's
this
why
one.
I don't. You have to understand
like,
that.
what the
I know that's one of your issues with me. Is that I cannot enforce it because it's unenforceable.
You don't have the poster memorized?
There are too many goddamn mistakes. When I used to
Yeah, the
enforce
poster, man,
that
you gotta
stuff,
memorize the poster.
for example, people would put in money in the fare box, and it wouldn't be enough, and I go, "Hey, you didn't put enough money in," and I go, "Yeah, I did," and then it'd sit down, and then like 2 minutes later, the money would drop through.
Oh, yeah.
Now, after that happened like 3 times, I said, "That's it, man. I'm not gonna.
yeah.
You can't trust the. You can't trust the
That's the
machine."
thing.
They
it's
wanted to.
So people, I'm
replace
gonna
the
enforce something that's not accurate. No, bus drivers will give wrong transfers. It's constant, man.
Well,
They don't give
I
enough
see it all the
time.
time.
It's,
And I mean,
it's not enforceable the way they have it. That's
I mean,
all I'm saying.
when you are outright, it's obvious that you can enforce something just by obviousness. Like, you ask a person, "Is that the right fare?" And they go, "Oh," and they'll detect it and get off. That type of stuff is the only thing you can logically do, really. Is,
Or
guilt
when they give
somebody
you the
into
transfer,
it.
they hand it to you like every other transfer system.
Right,
So,
right.
and then that's it. You're done with it. You get one ride.
Right.
And then you can look. The driver can inspect it and tell
Yeah.
if it's good. You can't just.
Yeah.
Here I come.
But yeah, no, I mean, overall though, the fare system, I mean, even my biggest crux is I don't give a rat's ass for the people that don't pay or are dishonest about it, whatever. That's a certain percentage of the people. But then there's these people that are honest, that are trying to pay the fare, that often can't figure out how to pay the fare because they're like, wait a second, do I need this thing or that thing, and what's the zones, and there's this map, and then there's this other map, and there's this map over here, and then I ask this bus driver said this, and this other bus driver said this. And, it's all confusing. It's like just, flat fees or something. Like, you get on, it's $1.50 or $1.25 or whatever. And what's with like $2 minimum now to get on the bus?
Yeah,
basically,
that's
like
a
some
lot.
of my friends,
It's a local
you know,
ride.
I'm Mr. Transit Prude. I'm like, let's go to whatever bar, and they go, oh, and I have bus fare, and I'm like, well, how much is it? And I don't know. Well, I don't know how much it is. I have a month pass. So, I have to go and find some bills, and I get some quarters, and it's like, they get a ticket for $2, and we go, not even a mile, and then we'll hop another little stretch, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. If I'd have known it was such a pain, we just walk, which nowadays, that's half the time what we do, because I'm like, it's $1 trip at most, to like hop the river, just to like from 7th over on the east side to downtown.
Yeah.
Like, that shouldn't be $2, but
No.
it is. That's just nuts. And I guess the city / TriMet doesn't care about it, but
Well, I agree. That's what they need to do is equalize the fares in some rational
or
manner.
just say,
A
like
buck
I'm saying,
$50
a
would
buck
be-
$50.
would be fine all
You get
across.
on, pay $1.50. You get off, you need to
You
go
want to
somewhere else,
transfer it's $2
$1.50.
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's,
So
there's a
eliminate the
million
transfer
easier
system like C-Tran did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something,
Chariots
whatever.
did.
Chariots did it too.
There's
yeah.
never any
LA
discussion on
LA
any of this.
LA
Never.
did.
No.
TriMet
Los
never even
Angeles.
opens a discussion on
Because on one
changing.
hand, they want to make it easy to ride, and in the process of making it easy to ride, you make it more complicated to ride.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, no matter where you get on, just make it up. Because I mean, take or charge whatever figure out what your average trip is, and charge what that costs, and that should cover it. Even if somebody's going to go from here to freaking Gresham, $1.50, whatever, who cares?
Yeah, right.
You totally simplify it. You're able to get more riders. You're able to not aggravate people by having 3 different prices and all this other crap.
Well, the problem is if someone has to transfer twice or whatever, it
Pay each time you get on a bus.
Yeah, that
It's
would be
still
the
easy.
best way to do
And
it.
plus, I mean, people are always trying to minimize transfers anyway. So
Yeah.
you're not going to transfer any more
Right.
times than you have to.
yeah.
So
Well, transferring is what kills transit. The
Yeah.
transfer
Oh,
is
yeah.
what kills transit.
That's why, what is it, PRT is one of the ideal transit modes, but I don't think anybody on the planet except like Heathrow Airport is
What's
where
PRT?
people- Basically, you have a little vehicle that works on a monorail system that can switch.
Uh-huh.
It's automated. You put 2 to 4 people in it.
West Virginia, someplace.
Yeah, I think there's one other place, but I know it's in Heathrow they have it. They got one of the architects from here in town, and he went to work on that. And they also have it in what is it, Abu Dhabi, where they're building those crazy, huge, awesome
Yeah.
modern cities with like no cars.
Right.
They use it there, and it's a beautiful system because you get in, you tell it where you want to go, it aligns you to where you have to go.
Sounds like
It has
Really?
Yes, it's like it's almost like a taxi service. It's quick,
There's
it's
a
efficient,
video.
and it's efficient like.
Oh, yeah,
you know.
yeah, I have read something about
There's
that.
a video I have of it. It's in the LA Metro library. They put it online.
Yeah. It's probably the one my friend made that went to Heathrow because he created a whole 3D
Well, this
thing.
was a
to talk
really
about it.
old one.
Oh, it was? Yeah, and like Germany's done a little testing with it, and a couple other places.
But would a system like that really work in Portland?
Probably, I don't know. They did some.
Well, it's not gonna
pretty
happen
weird
here, but-
things.
I think it works great if you have a campus system
Mhm.
or a very distinct area that has a number of different destinations. But when you're Portland, when you're as far out as Portland is,
Yeah.
it might work great, say, in Beaverton, where you have the Nike campus, you have the Tektronix
Right.
campus, you have
I think
the
it would work.
Transit Center, you
Yeah.
have Washington Square, you have a few distinct destinations, but then there's places, smaller destinations along the routes.
Yeah.
But when you look at Portland, where are you going to start with that system? If someone wants to get to Lent, is it really going to be feasible to build the system out to Lent?
Right, as I was saying, for some of the more longer distance stuff, it gets more difficult. I mean, if you could get the speeds up and certain things like that, yeah, maybe it would work. But yeah, mostly it's